This video is sponsored by Phoenix Feather. Use code LIFE5 to get 5% off of your next purchase. Phoenix Feather, more than a store. What's up everybody, welcome to the Life of a Board Gamer. My name is Daniel and today we are talking about Galactic Cruise. This game is just gigantic box of fun. There is so much in here. This video is going to take a while to show you everything, but bear with me because this game is freaking phenomenal. It's such an awesome game. I enjoy every little minute of playing this one. So yeah, without further ado, as you can see, this is like a huge box. Let me show you what you get inside this box, and let's put this aside because there is a lot, and I mean a lot to show. So first of all, you are greeted with this Galactic Cruise welcome pack, because this game revolves around story that the owner of this company is going to retire and he's looking for the next successor, you know. And you are greeted with this kind of badge that you can, you know, access all areas granted, and you get this like a welcome to Galactic Cruise letter. My name is Travis E. Preston, founder and CEO of Galactic Cruise, you know, and he wishes you all the best, stuff like that. So you can, you know, take this. I never did this because I wanted it to like be for a review, but basically you do it like this and then you wear it around your neck, you know. So that's really nice addition to the game. Doesn't serve any purpose other than, you know, fun, you know. So yeah, each of the players will get a bunch of the components. I'll just move these aside and show you the one of the components for one player. Of course blue, because I like the blue, playing with blue. So basically you will have your starting rocket that you are going to outfit with different rooms that will certain passengers require, you know, to have the best Galactic Cruise experience. You will have some cubes that you will mark some points on when you do certain stuff. These are your workers. There's two types of workers, the normal ones and these that are a little bit better. There's also these cogs that you are going to use to mark different technologies on a board that you have access to and you can use freely for the action. Those are basically actions, because this is a worker placement game where you will be selecting actions, what you are doing on your turn, each turn. And training manual, Galactic Cruise or rule book. And this is a big one. There is a lot going on in this game. There's 47 pages of rules, and they already explain you the expansions. Even though they don't come in a base game, you will see some empty spots. Those are for the expansions. I do have them, but I will review them later and then put them in here. I just want to keep them separate right now so I can, you know, easily access them and tell them what they are. So yeah, rules are really nicely explained. There's a lot of things going on, but basically they tell you how the rules do, and there's always an example on the right side, which is really awesome, you know. Each time you have a like question, but how does this work? There is an example here that explains you how that works. So all different actions, I will not go through all of them in details, but there is a lot in here. And you also get this little handy dandy thing to know how to set up the box when you are done with the game, because you really need this thing. And you also get this like a postcard, join us on the observation deck thing. Excuse me. And there's Galactic Cruise company records. This explains all different game variants that you can play. All the base game references are here for every token, every expert worker. What does it do? Because you can freely choose one of these each game to be different, you know. And all the ship segments, everything is explained here. I like that they reserved for future use this part of paper, so you can just you know, sticker over here when you will have the new rules. And all the ship segments, everything is explained in this part of the rule book, you know. And all the play testers, and there's like a lot of them. And yeah, Now we come to the board, and the board is double-sided. One of the sides is pre-printed if you want to play like introductory game. So is this one. Basically they are almost the same, except these actions are not printed on the other side. You can freely randomize however you want, because you can visit this space to activate either of these actions, or if you have those gears that I show you, you will put them around here to have access to all the other actions. So you can place your worker here, and if you have a gear over here, you can also do these actions. If you have gear, you can also do these actions. Of course, you can do only 2 actions on your turn, so you have to like combine all the things as best as you can. There's also some special things like those technologies that you can unlock here, and when you unlock them for all the players, not for yourself. So but then they have to pay you if they want to use technologies. So sometimes, you know, it's beneficial for you to unlock certain technologies, because others will pay you, and money is really important in this game, and they will pay you to use your technology. And how much they pay you depends on the population track. If they go really far over here, then they will have to pay you nothing to use your technology, because they're really popular, you know, the people love them. But otherwise they will have to pay you either 2 or 1 of the these not coins but money, depending how well they do on this track. There's also going to be some cards over here that are really, I would not say broken, but they are really powerful. They can give you an awesome things. Yeah, at the start of the game, your ship can only have 3 different kind of rooms in it, and there's cards that they can break the rule. There's like technology that can unlock that, but before you do that, because that will not come like super soon in a game. Before you can do that, you can always like use cards, you know, to do that. Or you can use cards for resources. They have multiple options how to use your cards. So all the components, everything for the ships and extra ships will be over here, which you can purchase throughout the game. And yeah, there, as I said, there's a lot going on in here. This is your board. Now I know it looks like a lot, but you will understand this pretty easily. So basically you will keep your resources here. Some gears that I show you will be over here and block your amount, how much of each resource you will have. So as you put your gears on the board, you will be able to have more and more resources. Technologies, you will unlock certain technologies up here. And as I said, this one unlocks that you can have up to 4 rockets with 4 of the different components in there. Until this is unlocked, you can only have 3. And over here you will have certain tokens that you will going to be placing over here and unlocking these technologies throughout the game, you know. And there's all kinds of different boards. This board over here is used, and let me put like this. So each type of the passenger, there's 3 different types: the orange one, the purple one, and the blue one. The orange ones are like the one that like the fun, and the purple one are the families, and these are just like, you know, no, these are the families. These are just like, they're like quiet and stay, you know, meditative things to do, you know. While these ones are like riding, you know, quads and stuff like that, and these ones are like family ones, family oriented. And they will have different things that they will give you. You will randomize these each round, each game, not round, each game you will randomize these, give you different things. And over here you will book different trips. You will put them over here, and you will need to have certain amount of things, you know, to go on a cruise trip. You will have to pay fuel, you will have to pay food, accommodate all those, you have to pay for electricity, stuff like that. Now each of the players also get this small rule book, and this is, everything is explained here, all of the actions, not everything, some of the stuff you need to go in a base in the main rule book, but this one is really handy. So you want money, how do I get it? Like this. How to use it? Like this. This part is really cool. You want ads are really important. This is how you get them, this is how you use them. Really simple, really easy to understand. And it explains you when you launch the ship, all the procedure, because it's, as you can see, a procedure. And when you add a new cruise, and what upgrades do that I mentioned previously on the board. And this is like your turn structure. So you will advance ship on your turn, and then you will either assign a worker, launch a ship, call a meeting, or you will accomplish, and then you will accomplish a company goal, for example, and then you have a pre-flight checklist, stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of components here now. As I said, this game comes with a lot of components, and all of these you will randomly choose for each game, so the combinations are almost endless. So in one game you might be required to get the combination of workers with the special workers. So when you have 3 and then 4, you will upgrade, you will move on this track, which is really, these tracks are really important. This is where you score a lot of points. So they will ask you to do different things, you know, to have launched different ships, or to, you know, have some amount of upgrades, components in your ships, stuff like that, you know, to have certain amount of something, combinations of something in your ship to be able to score them, to move the cubes, you know, and get better scoring. Those technologies that showed you pre-printed, you can also randomly choose from, you know, you can just shuffle them and randomly choose, and one of these will also tell you how to set up the game, and that's that. Over here, those action fields, as I already mentioned, those action fields that are pre-printed on one side of the board, on the other side they are not, so you can freely mix and match your board however you want. So this game, as I said, offers endless possibilities of how you want to play the game. These are used to move the cubes over here and track when the game will end. And this is when I told you about these things, what will these guys do? So for example, in one game these guys will bring you money, in the second game they will bring you reputation, depending what tokens you take. You can freely choose whatever you want, or you can do it randomly. And once you are done with this, there is a whole bunch of things going on down here. As I already mentioned, so this is for solo play, so I will not go through these because I haven't played this game solo, and I will probably not, so I don't know how this works. But do check out Paul Grogan video. I think he plays it solo, so, and he's really great at that. So these cards are what I was talking about. These cards are really powerful, and you can use them in multiple different ways. You can use them for the effect, or you can use them if you are lacking resources, which is awesome. And they also, if they are tied to a certain action, you will know that by the symbol up here, because that symbol tells you, okay, so you are doing a you know, you are building those rooms in your ship. This card is attached to that action, stuff like that. So they give you 2 trays with all the, you know, money and all these components, which is really nice. So you can keep them so everybody can reach them, you know, because as you saw, the board is really big, and you don't want to have resources all in one place because they would be really hard to reach. Also, those people that will go on a trip are kept in this one. So each of them, you know, this is the family one, this is the enjoy quiet activities, and these are like the crazy ones. And when you are, as I already mentioned, when you are sending them on the cruise, you will go through these motions. You will have to pay, like, you know, for example, this one requires only 3 fuel to be able to launch, while this one requires 5 fuel. But as you can see, it's a longer trip. You will visit different things. Of course, you want to match orange persons with orange spaces, and, you know, you want to, if you are going on this trip, you want to have different type of people on your cruise, because then you will score all kinds of different points, you know, while you are on that cruise, because there's all kinds of different things going on over there. And what else we have here? So next thing we have are these, as I already mentioned. So these tiles are for your advanced workers, and basically each time you can shuffle randomly. That's how I like to do it, you know, just pick one. And for this game, these special workers do this thing over here. So when you do this thing, I'm not sure what this one does, but it's explained in the rule book. And that's really nice, you know, offers a lot of replayability, because there's different things each time you play a game, they can do different things. And these are just used if you're playing in less than 4 players, to cover up some spaces and to track different things. You get a whole bunch of tokens, a first player token, really nice like a rocket thing. And then we have a bunch of components regarding your ships, because this game revolves around building ships and outfitting those ships with different things on them. So the different things on them is this tray. So you can have like opera theater, you can have a shopping hub, arcade, and this one accommodates different types of workers. This one is family fare, only for blue, not workers but types of people. Blue meeples can go over here. Jet bumpers are mostly interested by the family, and the orange one, the one that like the crazy stuff. And there is a bunch of these, and they are all different. They all they have their cost. They're all different costs, different things. So really nicely done. And rocket is of course comprised of the engine and of the cockpit itself, and those will come in pairs, and usually the engines will give you one-time bonus, and then you just flip it on this side, and the cockpit will give you negative points. But if you were able to launch it when the game ends and you launched it, you flipped it on this side, then you will score it. You will score it at the end of the game, and each time when there's like when you launch them, you will score them. So there's all kinds of different rockets in here. I will not go through all of them, but as I said, these are also randomly combined together. So this game offers endless gameplay, and even though it's the same game, each time you play it, it will be something different. Different things will combine with different things, and yeah, that's something that I like about this game. A lot of combinations. Each time you play it, even though you are playing the same actions, you are doing the same things, each game feels really fresh and new and different, just because you have some technology that you didn't have in a previous game, and now some things are much easier to do. There's technology that will decrease the cost of the fuel by 1 when you are launching your ship, and if you don't have that technology in that game, you will have to come up with 5 fuel. So there is going to be a lot of times when you are going to like use your cards, to come up with that fuel. But in a game where you need less fuel, you will not use those cards for the fuel. You will use them for their actions, those actions are really awesome. So you have to be aware of those things, and it's just I'm not sure how can people create games that are this big, that have so many things going on, and still work really well. Still have all of those different actions and everything work together. And I don't know. I'm just speechless about this game. I don't know where to start, where to tell you how much I love this game. From building ships, from working how you want to, when you send your ship on a cruise, what workers, what type of people you want to have on those ships. Because even though that ship might be visiting a purple or orange location in one go, maybe you want to go like heavy on a purple, because in one game they offered a lots of reputation, and I build a ship that only brings purple people. And when you go on a location with the combinations, I could talk all day and all night about this game, how great it is, but I think you should check it for yourself. And the map, how it works with those gears, when you put a worker on a space, you can do actions on that space and on adjacent spaces. If you have your own gear, you can do them freely. If you don't have your own gear, then you have to pay others who have gear over there. You need to use their gears, and you need to pay them. If it's the gray gear, then you just pay to the bank. And but that's very rarely. In less players, there's going to be more gears of the gray color. But overall, when you are going to pay other players, and you will inevitably sometimes have to pay other players until you put your gears out, and you really want to put your gears out, because that means that you are making yourself, you will have more of the things available for yourself. You can use more resources. You put more resources in your area, in your storage. I almost say Bay Area, in your storage area. And yeah, overall, that thing on the map itself, it's such a nicely done thing. I'm speechless. I'm speechless how great this game is. This quickly becoming one of my favorite games. I really can't wait to play it next time, and hoping, you know, to include some of the expansions that I have. So expect review of those coming. I don't know when, but they will come. I will review them. So yeah, Galactic Cruise, it's a really cool game. Also, I know how it looks. This game looks like it's super complicated, and there's a lot going on explaining the game, and there's going to be questions, but once you start playing, the flow, it's pretty self-explanatory, sort of. I don't know how to say it, but once you start playing it, people understand how the game works, and they just go through the motions. They do different things. The launch procedure is the thing that people will mostly be asking again. Okay, but how again? How does this work? Again, how does this work? You know. But overall, the game itself, it's pretty easy to understand. Once you start playing it, you know how stuff works, and you just go through the motions. You just do different actions, and that is that. So yeah, Galactic Cruise. I can't recommend it more. It's such a great game. The box is big. The game looks intimidating, but definitely check it out because it's worth checking out. This game is phenomenal. So yeah, that is that. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing, for spending all your precious time with me, especially in this video because I presume it's a very long video. And yeah, do support me on Patreon if you are able. It helps this channel grow a lot. If not, likes, shares, comments, subscribes, all of those things help out this channel grow, which is the main thing, you know. And that is that. Until next time. Pozdrav.